Hey, what's going on, Dolphins fans? Thanks for tuning in to xPhin. You can call me Finn, and we're putting together a new channel made for Dolphins fans. Me, myself, huge Dolphins fan, and I always am searching the internet for more Dolphins content, and I figured what's a better thing to do than create my own page to bring some content to others, and because I just never can get enough. So further ado, xFin channel. Make sure you subscribe. So basically, I live in Michigan, and there's not a whole lot of Dolphins fans around here. So I always want to talk Dolphins, but there's no one to talk Dolphins to. So that's why I'm relying on all of you. Chat with me. Let's talk Dolphins. Today I want to get right into it. Let's talk about some of the Dolphins' free agency plans here. So I just saw an article in the Miami Herald saying that there's potentially mutual interest between the Miami Dolphins and running back from the Packers, Aaron Jones. So first of all, I don't know where they got this information, because I know for a fact the Dolphins are very closed off. No one like B-Flow, Ross, Chris Greer, no one's going to be talking about that. So take it for a grain of salt. But something fun to think about. So Aaron Jones, obviously a very dynamic, solid running back for the Packers. He typically plays maybe 3/4 of a season with injuries. So that's always something to consider. But overall, the running back positions like that in general. You're getting a stud. You're getting, I guess the best way to say it is you're getting an RB1 in fantasy for all my fantasy fans out there, which would be exciting. The problem is, cha-ching, the money. Aaron Jones is probably going to cost a lot more than you're going to want to pay a running back, because you look at what the Dolphins have at running back. It's not pretty, but we've got Myles Gaskin, Salvon Ahmed. Those two guys right there kind of proved themselves this year. And like I said, although it wasn't pretty, didn't have the greatest rush offensive line. What am I trying to say here? Run blocking. We didn't have the greatest run blocking this year. And honestly, for what we had, couple of basically undrafted guys, they were pretty darn good. So would you see that much of a production increase with Aaron Jones? That's to be said. Adjust the line. I don't know. It's tough to say. For the price tag, though, I'm probably gonna say no, because I think about our cap situation. We're not bad cap wise, but also with the league minimum coming down, we're not great either. So I think right now we're on 29 mil, somewhere around that area, and potentially that's going to be increasing with some various cuts and all that stuff. But without getting into that, a guy like Aaron Jones isn't going to be cheap. He's going to be like 15 mil or something, where it's going to be one of the biggest signings you have. And I look at some other options. I mean, you could potentially add somebody else. Like we added Breida and Howard last year, and look how well that worked out. That was completely, I don't even want to get into that. That was terrible. I was excited about the running back position last year, and we ended up having two guys that I didn't even expect to do anything be our headliners. So that's the position. I mean, that's why I honestly, it's tough. You got to have a guy. You either got to have like what we have, a committee with like guys like Gaskin and Ahmed, or you have a solid number one like Jones. It's two different approaches, but I don't really want to get caught up in the cap casualty that Jones is going to provide, because he's coming off a great year. Plus, I look at the draft and I see a couple of guys that interest me on there that are going to be a lot cheaper and potentially great long-term solutions. You look at Najee Harris out of Alabama. You could potentially get him with the 18th pick, or maybe even early in the second if he slides. Etienne, even Trey Sermon from Ohio State, all potentially upgrades at the running backs position. I also look back at last year's draft and think about, wow, we missed some guys. Like, wow, Jonathan Taylor, are you kidding me? We could have had him from in the Colts. He killed it this year. I know this guy from Baltimore, J.K. Dobbins. We could have had J.K. Dobbins. I mean, there are a lot of areas, and I will say the Dolphins draft class last year was pretty good. I think you need this year to kind of really evaluate it. But overall, going back to the Aaron Jones rumors and the running back position as a whole, I say hold off on Jones unless you can get a crazy good deal on him. I don't see players giving out deals. They're going to go who's going to pay them, and it's going to be a backsliding franchise, kind of like the Dolphins used to be before Flores got in here with the rebuild. And you're going to get somebody who's just into making money, into the big names, but no chance at competing. That's the type of team that's going to put a lot of money into Aaron Jones, I think. Maybe sell a couple extra jerseys or something. But Dolphins, I think, overall, we're going to probably draft somebody, maybe pick up a, middle of the road running back just for depth. But I think that you're going to ride the Gaskin Ahmed wave, coming in as your at least as the assumed 1 and 2 until someone else takes that position. But I really hope we draft somebody, really do. I'm sick of the mediocre kind of okay running backs. I want somebody that is going to make a huge difference and be explosive, and every time they get the ball they can do something crazy like a Derrick Henry. And even Aaron Jones can do that. It's just that's the wrong time to get a guy like that. You almost need to grow a guy like that on your own. But anyways, I'm rambling on here. So yeah, that's basically my first episode. I'm gonna keep making these videos. I want you all to discuss with me what you think. Should the Dolphins get Aaron Jones? I mean, there's no right or wrong answer here. I mean, if they got him, I'm not gonna be upset. But yeah, let me know in the comments, and try to subscribe to me. I want to conversate with some Dolphins fans. Like I said, it's lonely out here in Michigan. Not a lot of Dolphins fans, and I love talking about my Dolphins. So thanks a lot for watching, everybody, and I'll see y'all soon. Thanks a lot. Fins up.